It's your boy Prince Rara here, and you're listening to CJLO 1690 AM in Montreal, and you are watching this on Noethekulcha YouTube and also OAR TV. So today I have my guest who's hailing all the way from Tunisia, but gracefully joining us here in Montreal. He's an artist that expresses himself with passion and a love for his craft, and he just released his EP. I have Maleq with me in the building. What's going on, Maleq? How are you?
I am great. I'm very excited to be here and to do this with you.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Look, I want to say thank you so much for coming here on Noethekulcha, CJLO's Noethekulcha, and also with us at Honor Roll Records. I know that we were supposed to be at the radio room recording this, but unfortunately, we've had to resort to using Skype. But thanks, Skype, for doing that.
Yeah, at least we're doing it, and plus, like, I'm in the comfort of my own studio, so I don't feel like out there and surrounded by people I don't know. It's just like I'm good. I'm good. I'm ready to talk. I'm ready to tell you anything you want to know.
Okay, so are you ready to play some games?
Absolutely.
Okay, alrighty. So the first game we're going to play is called Who Dat. So Who Dat is a game where you have to guess who the mystery famous person is.
All right.
Okay, so you know American pop culture much?
Yeah. I mean, like everyone else, but I really do hope I know it right now. You're kind of making me doubt about this, but I think I do.
Okay, well, we're going to put you to the test. So I was born in South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
I was shot, and my father refused to pay my bail. I spent 41 days in jail. My life changed around, and I got a foot in the door in the media industry. I was one of the best voices in the late 90s.
The best voices.
In the late 90s, yeah. So this person was notable or noted for their voice.
That is it's you can't answer it, but it's an actor, right?
Not an actor, no.
Not an actor. Okay. I don't know. I want to say Steve Harvey, but I don't think he's a media person. He's more of a comedian.
But he's a media person, though.
I am.
Yeah.
Right. Known for their voices. I think it's one I gotta pass. South Carolina?
They're from South Carolina.
I have no idea.
Okay, I'll give you more clues. I became a co-host with another prominent radio host of this generation.
Hold on, that's Charlemagne the God, no? I took time because here's something. Okay, I know the guy. I may be that young, but I know the guy from podcasts. And for me, podcasts and radio are two different things. For me, it's like YouTube videos and live TV. So I never knew about Charlemagne the God through radio. I really knew about him through podcasts. But oh my God, I was just listening to him this morning. All right.
Okay, wait. What podcast were you listening to him on?
I listened to the podcast that he does with Andrew Schultz. It's called The Brilliant Idiots.
Okay. That's a really good podcast.
Oh yeah, 100%. Very entertaining.
Very, very much entertaining. The other few clues that I was going to say is in the early years of my career, I was very controversial in how I conducted my interviews. But see, for you wouldn't have seen him like that because he had changed it to he's like more like spiritual right now. Yeah. But back in the day, he was very controversial.
I knew about this. I've never seen him perform his controversial interviews, but the information that threw me off because I just didn't know about it. I've never heard him talking about it. Is the fact that he was shot and never got bail from his father. I think I've never heard about this. Bro, I was so thrown off. I was like, "Is that 50 Cent?" And then you said, "Nah, it's a radio person."
I probably shouldn't have said that part about the radio thing, but that's all right. Good spotting though. Okay, so you recently moved to Montreal. Why did you move to Montreal?
Well, it's not that recent. I came in 2015, the 25th of August 2015. I moved from Tunisia. I came in here for my studies, like everybody, not like everybody else, like a lot of people. I came in here for my studies. So yeah, that was a big leap going through the Atlantic. Never visited Canada. Never knew about. Like I just knew about Montreal. I heard from it, but.
Okay. And what kind of music are you listening to these days?
Oh, these days, um, I'm listening to a lot of that new album from Stromae. He's one of my favorite artists. So he dropped that, and like this is what I'm listening, and I'm binge listening. You know what? Recently, I started watching Euphoria, and I pretty much like the soundtrack. So I got into some Labyrinth, and I like that. Otherwise, I listen to a lot of rhyme music. So that's music coming from Algeria.
Okay.
And that's what I listen to a lot. It's very energetic. So
okay,
it's just replacing the sun, the lack of sun in Montreal.
Oh, that part. Oh no, it's terrible, terrible. You said that you're listening to you're listening to a lot of Labyrinth because of Euphoria.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Labyrinth, he's a British artist. Is that the same guy?
Yeah.
Okay, because I recently, I'd come across, some of those songs, those really well-known songs now because of Euphoria, and I saw that it was a Labyrinth, but I wasn't sure. I was like, because there was a song that I actually liked of his from way back in 2012, I think it was, and it was like it's called like "Jump on Board."
Yeah.
And do you know that song?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it didn't like, it was a very commercial song, but it didn't reach like great, like lengths. I don't know why, but yeah, I feel like it kind of just went under the radar.
Well, I started listening to Labyrinth with his very, very, very first project because I don't know why, but I think I just like stumbled upon it and I liked it, but that's it. You know, like, oh, that's a nice project. I would listen to this music and that's it. So I kind of forgot about him. And then I heard that song that goes like, it's pretty famous on TikTok right now, like Mount Everest ain't got shit on me. And I thought it was genius because the song was like weirdly structured and he was freely producing. I know that he produces his song, so he was freely producing it. And then Euphoria started, and I was like, this is the perfect match. The music matches the image, and I like Labyrinth. I wouldn't say that he's an inspiration though. It's just like because I just stumbled upon him again, but I really like his music. It's the kind of music that I'm drawn to. Very cinematic, very free in terms of production.
Definitely, it's very layered. It's a very I really love the concept of it and how it's well put. It's definitely a good choice, and it's a massive thing that he secured that, like, a whole soundtrack for a whole, like, how many, there was 2 seasons already.
Yeah, no, he got a good bag. He got a good bag,
Yeah.
and plus I think he made a lot of connections out of it because I see a lot of artists hoping on the soundtrack too, but it's his time now. 2022, it's Labyrinth's time, I hope.
So we're going to play 2 right, 1 wrong. So you're familiar with that game, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Maleq, tell me, what are the 2 right and what's your 1 wrong?
So English is my second language. That
Okay.
would be the first information.
Okay.
My mother was a famous basketball player.
Oh.
That's fact number 2.
Okay.
And I have a bachelor in psychology and a minor in art history.
Okay. Well, I know that you said you came here to study.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but you didn't say what you were going to study.
Exactly the subjects, though. It's later information. You gotta get it 100% right.
Okay. Okay. Your mum was a basketball player.
Mm-hmm.
The second one, again, help me with the second one.
English is my second language.
English is your second language, okay. And the third one is that you went to, well, you did like a double degree.
I have a bachelor in psychology and a minor in art history. That's the third information.
Okay. Okay, well, the 1 wrong is definitely your mum was a basketball player.
Do I have to confirm? Like, do you want a chance to like reevaluate your choices, or?
So it's wrong.
Yeah, my mom is a famous basketball player. She's
what?
Yeah, she played basketball for like her whole life. She stopped when she got pregnant with me, and I have a bigger brother, so she continued through pregnancy, and yeah, she got that many titles too.
Oh my god! Okay, so like she played international.
She played. She has. I think she went to the final of the AfroBasket, which would be like the, playing with the national team, but like the continental tournament. And then she has the same thing, but like with the Arab word or something like that. Like she played. Like my mother would beat my ass in basketball.
What?
100%. Yeah.
Okay, that's wild. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So she's obviously tall because you're tall. I met you at the Records launch party.
Yeah. I mean, I have a brother who played basketball too, and he was taller. He's taller than me. I don't know. I said he was. He's still with us, but he's taller than me, and he played internationally. He played a World Cup with Tunisia, and then he went to the US, but like couldn't finish his career. He just like his shoulder popped too many times, so they just stopped. But like he was legitimately good with it.
Okay. All right. So one question before I go into the other ones: can I Google your mom? Is your mom Googleable?
Is my mom Googleable? I don't like. I think so, but my brother, you probably have more chances Googling
him.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna Google him after. Okay, so then if one, okay, so I we're not finished then because I was shocked about your mom being a basketball player. That is absolutely shocking. Okay, so that means it must be the what you studied then.
Being the wrong information?
Possibly, yeah.
No, I do have a bachelor in psychology and a minor in art history.
Okay.
I finished that in 2019.
Okay. So you didn't choose anything to be like any like degree in like music or anything like that? You weren't into that?
I think the fact that I didn't help me a lot because I am learning. We'll talk about it later, but the EP that I did was engineered by a guy who has a degree in that, and communication was our biggest issue first because I'd be talking like, so I want this sound to be like more, and he'd be like, what are you talking about? But the fact that I did not never do that, and I thought about it one day, but I think I would like to keep learning by myself. I'm very curious, by the way. Like I spend my time researching about this and just watching videos. And honestly, there's a million of videos and communities on the internet that help you learn that. But it's just that the fact that I have to wake up and go to a class and get marked on it and having deadlines, otherwise I lose 25 grands. No.
Mm-hmm. It's not fun, huh?
No.
Oh my God, student life. Okay, so English is not your second language then?
No, French would be my second language and English would be my third.
Okay. Well, thank you for that. Now, you mentioned a little bit about your EP.
Mm-hmm.
Now, tell me about this EP in particular and how it's different to anything else that you've done before.
The challenge with the EP and the reason why I did it was I wanted to create something that has a start and a finish, and that would actually tell a story. I want something that you would sit down to listen to, rather than just listening to it with having your earphones on. So it's not a long. It's an EP, so it's not very long, but it's 15 minutes long. So I think it's half the time for like a proper EP. But the way that I thought about the songs and the way that I layered it, there's like definitely a storytelling from the first song to the last song. There's definitely like a something that evolves from minute 00 to minute 15. So that was the very first challenge. To be honest, in that day of age and the level that I'm in right now, it's pretty much stupid to release an EP. I do understand that a lot of people do it, but like the cost benefits of doing an EP is not the greatest. But I really did think that I wanted to create something that is very I want to create something that's a whole. I wanted to create something that would have its proper sound, its proper visual, its proper storytelling. I wanted to create an arc for what Maleq is as an artist.
Okay. And you worked with, now I don't know if I've got this right, but you worked with Zach Zoya and Veda on this new EP, is that correct?
So I worked with an engineer called Jake Whitman. His last name is so long, I never like, but his name is Jake. His first name is Jake. He's a masterful engineer who did the whole album for Zach Zoya, and I think he engineered the 2 last songs, and works closely with Veda.
Okay.
I never met both of these guys, but
okay. And how did you come across Jake?
Oh, well, I have a wonderful friend. His name is Abdel Haq, and he is the guy that does all my visuals. The cover is him, the music videos is him, everything that you see, it's him.
Yep.
So this guy is absolutely resourceful. I don't know how to tell you that, but this guy should definitely change his job and do something else because he knows everybody. So yeah, it's pretty much he told me like, oh, I met this guy who works. Actually, it's because my friend Abdel works with rapper David Campana.
Aha.
And
Okay.
David Campanan knows Jake, so it's just pretty much like I snaked through the wires and I landed at Jake Studios.
I see. I see. Okay. Yeah, David Campana is an awesome guy. He's really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Very nice, very nice guy.
Yes. Yeah. Shout out to Dave Campana. He's been on Know the Culture a couple times now, actually. Yeah, he's an awesome, awesome artist. Now, what is the meaning behind the name of your EP? Is it pronounced M-int or M-I-N-T?
I would pronounce it mint,
Just
like
mint.
like
Okay.
yeah, like the plant. But
Okay.
um, you know what? I really thought about doing this sarcastically, because not to go on a vendetta or something, but I know a lot of a rabophone artist or artist that comes from the MENA community that do projects that, and they call them either Yalla or Habibi, and I am tired of that. Like, there are other words, there are other things that we can talk about. So I think using a word that is mint, like we are known for our minty and the whole stuff. So using that word and kind of deconstructing it, because mint is written M space INT, and it stands for Movement International. So I thought it was fun. It's kind of a, it's not sarcastic, but it's kind of a little jab, you know. Like, we can talk about something else.
Called Would You Rather. Are you
Yes.
familiar with this one?
You're giving me two choices, and I have, like, I'd rather have something rather than the other, right?
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so you've studied this already, have you?
Absolutely not. But I played it a lot when I was in university, and I lost a lot. So it's a nice drinking game.
Oh, is that what you guys do at university, huh?
We don't study that much. It's a lie. It's a big lie. It's a big lie. We're not in the 1800s anymore. I just ate 25 grams to get drunk. That's what I did.
Okay. Would you rather listen to rock and roll music or country music?
Ooh. I would listen to rock and roll 100%. I used to do rock and roll music when I was in Tunisia. I had a little high school band, and that's what we played.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what
What
we
was the name of the band?
The name is Mighty for a Day, which I think is a great name.
It's good.
Mighty for a Day, and we were doing there'll be like
Mighty for a
rock
Day.
music, and I was a little emo boy listening to Panic at the Disco, My Chemical Romance, all the stuff from the back in the day. So that was 100% me.
Okay, so rock music would be your choice. Now,
Yeah.
would you rather aliens make the first contact to be robotic or organic? So organic, I would think that would be like humanoid, but yeah, and then the contrary to that would be robotic.
So, like, the first contact with them would be either robotic or organic.
Yeah, be like would it be like a robot that's coming down and we're meeting that for the first time?
To be honest,
Or
I think I would prefer it to be robotic,
okay,
because,
why?
like we're pretty much doing that already, right? Like, Alexa is answering me, Siri is answering me, my laptop, my phone is just interacting with me. Uh, everything is uh, everything is kind of automatic right now, and we're communicating with it. So I think I'd be more at ease with that. If it's organic, I would freak out. I would, like, 100% freak out. Like, imagine he's just like coming down and like having, I don't know, just speaks to you, and he looks like, I don't know, a bear or something. It's weird, right?
Yeah, I would also pick that too. I'd be so scared for something that's like, like another living, breathing creature. Like, ugh, that would freak the hell out of
Yeah. Like, if it's robotic and starts talking to me, I'm like, okay, you're a MacBook, okay, whatever.
me. Okay, next one. Would you rather have bad breath or smelly feet?
What's the first one?
Bad breath.
Oh,
You're like, wait.
smelly feet. Like 100% smelly feet. Like smelly feet is just like ambient. Bad breath, it hits you. Bad breath, like many times I went to a restaurant and the waiter had a bad breath and you just have to like keep looking at him and like I don't know, it makes me angry. Bad breath makes me angry. 100%. You can do something about bad breath. It's like if you have smelly feet, I'd say, he worked too much and he kept his shoes too long and just go wash your feet. But like bad breath, like take a gun, man. Like take a gun, 100%. What's this? What are we doing with that? Like it's 2022, man.
Oh, see, you're a man of my own heart. See, now this is exactly what I'm talking about. I hate bad breath. Look, I know I mean, obviously I'm human, so I'm gonna have like some like gross breath at times, right? But oh my God, I hate bad breath. It's so offensive.
Yeah, and you can feel it. Like when you have bad breath, you can feel like your mouth doesn't taste the same. Like you can feel it. You're just choosing to have bad breath. That's what I mean. If you have smelly feet, you didn't take off your shoes, you didn't smell it. Alright, change your socks. But if you have bad breath, plus that thing is sharp, like it hits you and it's like having a tear coming down when you listen to people, it's just like and every time the person leans and you lean back and it's just weird. You don't
It
like
goes
don't
back
have
and
bad
forth.
breath. Don't have bad.
Exactly.
If someone
Exactly.
retains something from this interview, please don't have bad breath. Don't talk to me if you have bad breath. You could be the president of the United States. I wouldn't speak to you if you have bad breath. I would
That
roast
part.
you. I would
And while
roast.
you're at it, go wash your feet too.
Yeah, no, that's basics. That's basics.
Okay, would you rather know the history of every object you touched or be able to talk to animals?
I would definitely talk to animals. I don't give a fuck about objects. Can we curse on your show?
Of course.
Okay, I don't give a fuck about my objects. I don't give a fuck. But animals? Have you like you prefer cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Dogs? Okay. So when they're out and they're happy, don't you want to communicate with them? Like when you're having a bad day and they're just happy, don't you want to talk to them and know what's happening?
Okay, funny you say that, and funny you asked that because I did one of the last interviews that I did with David Campana, and it was something very similar to this, where did you want to talk to your like pets or be a pet whisperer or something like that, and he wants to speak to his dog, and I said to him, now okay, that's cute, but uh, dogs apparently have like the brain of like a 2-year-old. So, like, be, wouldn't you get
Okay,
fucking shitty talking to a 2-year-old all day, all night?
let me tell you something. I have a niece that's 2 years old. If I could only speak to her, I would only speak to her. She's fine having the funnest time of her life. There's no like everything is either black or white, right? Like there's no nuances. There's no thinking about like I'm hungry. Let's eat. I'm tired. I wanna sleep. Like it's perfect. It's just so simple. It's like a straight line going. And I would 100% talk to a 2 years old anytime. Anytime. It's just fun. It's just
Oh,
fun.
see, you got lots of patience then, right?
Pardon?
You got lots of patience then, right?
What's that?
Patience, like you're very patient, like
Oh,
a very
with a
patient person.
child? I studied psychology. I mean, the guys that I talk to, they're not that far from a 2 years old.
Okay, so it's animal whisperer for you. Would
Once,
you would you rather listen to Justin Bieber for 24 hours or Nicki Minaj for 24 hours?
I love both of them. I think I listen to more of Nicki rather than Justin. But here's something about me.
Mhm.
I know there was a time where the whole world hated Justin because
Like
but I've
when he
never
was
heard it.
annoying rap.
Yeah, I just always listen. I'm like, this is poppy. It's like, let's be real. His music was always pretty good and pretty in touch with its time.
Mhm.
And no, I think I would prefer to still listen to Nicki Minaj though.
Okay, what song would you listen?
Fun.
What are you listening to Nicki Minaj?
You know what? I'm a big fan of the early Nicki Minaj where she wasn't rapping. So Starships would be a song that I would listen to unironically.
Okay.
Starships are meant to fly. Oh, that was amazing. That was amazing.
What about her like real trap stuff? Like I don't know Danny Glover, or that kind of stuff. Like all the features.
I listen to that. I like an artist that can do anything. I like that. Like, give me range, and I 100% follow you. Because if you give me like one nuance of the color, like you're just that color. Like your music is, let's say, just blue. Like that's. I would listen to you maybe 3 months in a year.
Mm.
Like that's how much time I would spend because I want only that. I want only that. So give me range. That's what I'm saying. Give me range.
Did you watch the video, the recent interview that she did with Joe Budden? It came out maybe, I don't know, less than a week ago.
No.
Okay, in that video, it was kind of interesting. It was okay. But she spoke about being a female rapper, and she spoke about not getting credit for a few of the things that she had achieved in like her time of like in her height of her career. And one of the things that like I had like a little laugh about was I don't know why this in particular caught my like attention, but when she spoke about how a lot of female rappers are wearing pink wigs at the moment and colorful wigs, and say there was that singer. She's got like a green wig. She's like a white singer. She's really big. I can't think of her name. Billie Eilish.
Oh
She
yeah.
green wig or she just has green dyed hair, and apparently she was like put on like she was put like on a pedestal, and she had received like more accolades in regards to her having colored hair in comparison to Nicki Minaj, who quote unquote said that she had like birthed this type of style. But I found that was interesting because, and I'm sure like Lil Kim, you're familiar with Lil Kim. I mean, Lil Kim is so well known for having colorful lyrics, explicit lyrics. Like she was one of the first in her time. And also being so colorful, like dress wise, like when she would go to those events, or like the red carpets. You saw how Lil Kim was dressed with the little
Yeah.
star on her nipple, all that kind of stuff. Nicki wasn't
Yeah.
even around then.
I
So
I
what are you talking
remember
about, Nicki?
I remember watching the movie that is it's the biopic of Notorious Big.
Yeah.
It's an old one, and he was in his jacuzzi and he was smoking a cigar and he was touring with Lil Kim, and Lil Kim was having troubles choosing her outfits for the first show that she was gonna do with Notorious. And Big Small looked at her and he was she came in with a white shirt, a white buttoned up shirt. And what's the thing that old people would wear that just would, are there hangers? Like what's the name of the thing? Like it's elastic and it holds your pants and you wear them.
Uh, oh, I know what you're talking about. Yes, it's like what the guy, like older men would
Yeah.
wear. Yes, I know what you're talking about. I just can't remember the name.
So she was wearing that, and she looked at Biggie Small and she's like, so how is this? He's like, that's not good. That's too much. And she says, okay, so I take off this and keep the shirt on. And he was like, nah, take off the shirt and keep the other thing. So it listen, uh, I can understand her frustration about this, but you have to like. I think it's not because you haven't popularized something that you didn't birth it, and even like if you brought it to some level, there's always someone that's gonna bring something to another level. Honestly, like Billie Eilish, to be honest, I'm talking as a musician. Okay, like I don't know the girl. I don't watch her videos. I don't necessarily listen to her music. I'm not invested in her character, but I don't understand the fame around it. Like I don't understand why she's that famous. Though I do understand that she is the result that everything that happened in music during the 2010s. Like she just piled everything and she gave you the perfect mix of everything.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people said that she was praised for her low singing, like she was kind of like she has very breathy voice, and she doesn't sing high. She doesn't like have a diva voice. She doesn't. So a lot of people praised her for that, and it made some beef with Lana Del Rey, who was singing like this for the longest time. But just that it's not because you didn't birth it that like you didn't brought it to the mainstream radio that you're not. I don't understand the hate. It's okay. Like you did your thing and you inspired some other people to do it, and maybe they added the little spice that is best. And maybe it's just because she's white and that's what white privilege do. But like, come on, we are aware of that. You know what I mean? Like we are aware of that. As long as you know in your heart that you did it first, we good.
Oh, Nikki. Well, I'm also a little, I'm a barb too. So I'm here with you. I'm here with you, Nikki. Me and Maleq, we're standing close, Nikki. Now, Maleq, we got a few more questions left for the Would You Rather game. My last two questions are: would you rather be poor but people help? Oh, sorry. Would you rather be poor but help people, or become incredibly rich by hurting people?
Right now, and I'm working psychology, so I'm helping people. And honestly, that shit sucks. Fuck that. Nah, I mean, it's like, it's not a good situation being poor. Well,
No.
let's face it, it's not a good situation being poor. Like I've always worked my ass off to bring my lifestyle to another level, and Montreal keeps pushing its prices. Like I've never been in it. Like I'm fine, so I take like $2 more, and Montreal is like, oh, the gas price is up now. I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
so I'm taking like another dollar, and like, okay, but you know what? Apartments now are just crazy. It has always been like this. Just nah, being poor and helping people, it's not for a few months. You gotta move on.
Would you rather have a psychic power or ability to remember every fact that you learn?
I want to remember every fact I learned. I want to know what people think about me. Can
Oh
you
yeah,
imagine? Like I wouldn't know. I wouldn't
really?
like. I'm so self-conscious about everything. Like I keep overthinking about things about myself. I don't want to know what other people think about me.
But wouldn't that make it worse?
About what?
That would make it, I would imagine that would make it worse though, that you'd have to, like, you would know all these deep dark things about, something that people have said about you.
You would prefer that?
No, I think that's what you said, correct?
No, 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 no. I say I want to know every fact. Like
Oh, I'm sorry.
I can say. I want to know about people's thoughts. I want to
Okay,
know
yeah.
about people's thoughts about themselves. I want to know about people's thoughts about me.
You could use that against them, right?
Yeah, I don't care.
All right. Now, so your EP, I want to find out what is your, okay, because you said there was like 15 It's 15 minutes long.
Yeah.
Okay, so is it that is it like track by track, or is it like a continuous EP? Tell me about the structure of it.
It's a mix. So basically, there are 6 tracks, and
Okay.
the way that I would describe it, that there are 3 big songs. So
Okay.
from song, like track 1 is a song, track two is an interlude.
Okay.
Then you have another song, then you have an interlude, then you have another song, and you have an interlude. Obviously, it doesn't flow as smoother that as I wanted, but I think that's like a lot of work. But the point was also to, when I created songs, my I would call them main songs. So that, like those big tracks, I would call them my main songs. That would be my single, and that would be the track that's in the middle and the track that's last. But um, I layered them a lot, and I'm by myself, um, with no deadline. Like, I don't necessarily have a deadline. If I want to drop it in next year, I can do it. Um, but I would use that song and then take a part of it, like an outro, make it longer, and just bend it. So that's what I would do. For instance, my first song is called Modern Man. So it's very cinematic, very dramatic, big sounds, big big layers. It's layer over layer over layer. There are so many harmonies, and the song is very stretched. So we took that song and we made it longer, and we transformed the interlude to make it more a dance vibe, and we added a vocals that are nearly rapped but not rapped. Like, it's not a rap, but it's fast paced. So I think that it made me take another look on the subjects that I talk about, because like I would have a POV on song 1, and then I would have another one on song 2. So just taking a little distance, like you work on something, you have like this track, and you work so much on it that you pretty much know how to label it. And if you just take a little bit of distance towards that track, you know that if you just added, I don't know, a drum, or like you just change that thing, the whole song would change. And I think that's what I really like to do. So that creates a trickling effect. So you would listen to song 1 till song 6, and you wouldn't feel time passing by.
So it's like a complete like flow. It starts from however you've created the feeling at the beginning, and then it gives like a summary towards the end of
Yeah,
your
yeah.
EP. Okay, that's masterful for sure. Now expand what you meant by I think being an immigrant helped me a lot. What did you mean by that?
Oh, the position that you're in, like, first you have to face it and you have to accept it. But the position that I was in is that I was out of Tunisia, which is my home country, and here. But here I'm not necessarily a Canadian citizen. I don't have my choice. I don't have a say on a lot of things. So I can be interested in your politics, but I still cannot vote. So, like, my voice doesn't necessarily matter. Like, it matters, like my opinion matters, but like I cannot do anything about it. So for a long time, I came in here, and obviously I had to learn the culture and to learn like your values. So I took a little bit of distance towards everything and just kept watching. But then I would turn down to Tunisia, and the point of view of Tunisians are like, you're not living here, so you don't have a say to what's happening. So I was kind of in a limbo between both. And I just, like, first it was very frustrating, but then I was like, it's the perfect position. Let me just observe and make an opinion about myself. And honestly, now everything is pretty much nuanced. Like, I can understand the POV of not necessarily everybody, but like I get that some people think that way and some people think that way. And honestly, I came in here in 2015, and from 2015 to now, mad things happened. So just like watching everything from kind of a third eye that like doesn't necessarily get involved, but is here to watch you. That position helped me a lot.
Do you feel that Tunisia would be receptive to your type of music, like your genre in particular?
I think so. Tunisia has well, the city that I'm in, Tunis, it has an amazing nightlife. Like, if you want to party, like, go to Tunisia in summer, of course. But the way that we've always been able to create in Tunisia was through third systems. So we have a lot of things that do not work in Tunisia because services haven't come. So when you guys had access to streaming services the way that you had, we didn't. So we had to find ways to listen to music and to appropriate some songs. So people are really, really crafty, and people can do a lot of things. So I 100% think it's they can be receptive, and also like I don't think it's far fetched from what they do because I'm very inspired by the local scene and what's happening, and I actually do know a lot about it. So people from Tunisia sometimes when they talk to me, and they're like, "Oh, so you do this type of music and you do it in English, so you don't know about I don't know, like local rappers." And I'm like, "No, I actually listen to them, and I'm a fan of what they do. It's not because I speak or sing another language or choose to do this type of music that I don't know about it. It's like I 100% know about them."
I want to get into the three things, like maybe they're subjects or people or objects that you like the most, and I would love for you to explain each of those three things that you've chosen.
Well, the first one would be I think stand-up comedy is something that I discovered here. We don't necessarily have a lot of stand-up comedy in Tunisia. We more have like those theatrical performances, but stand-up comedies. But coming in here, obviously Montreal doesn't necessarily have a big like we're not talking New York or Boston or Los Angeles, right? Like they have a local scene, but I think the exercise was amazing. The way that you have to get on stage and talk about a situation and your POV and not have people get interested in that. Like nobody want to know your opinion, but the way that you deliver it is always interesting.
100.
Yes. And I've been binging every Netflix special, and everything that's coming out. And honestly,
On who? Sorry.
Pardon?
On who have you been binging?
Oh, everything that would come out. Everything that would come out on Netflix, I would watch it. But Andrew Schultz is amazing. He's not on Netflix. He's on YouTube, but he's so interesting. Big fan of what Dave Chappelle does. Big fan of the click of Dave Chappelle. Big fan of there's this guy from I think he's from Texas. It's called Mo Amer. He has 2 Netflix specials. He's from Palestine. He's so funny, so funny, and it's just like I watch a lot. I watch a lot. Like if I open my Netflix and I don't know what to watch, that's definitely something that I would get drawn upon to.
Okay, very interesting. And what are the other two top threes did you pick?
That would sound cliche, but I would talk about music a lot, and that would be so obviously I'm not from here, so there's a lot of music and culture that I know about and I listen to. I don't know, and ironically, or without necessarily that position where you have to discover some music. So I listen to a lot of rhyme music. So for people that do not know what's rhyme music, that's popular music um, from that's folk music, not popular music. Folk music from
Okay.
Algeria and some in Tunisia and some in Morocco, but it's more centered in Algeria.
Okay.
And I would listen to that like it's any other music that is in the mainstream level.
Okay.
So, and I have obviously my the big names. So I would listen to, I don't know, Justin Bieber because you mentioned it, and then I would listen to Kulthum, which would be like the Aretha Franklin of the Arab world. So I would
Okay.
definitely move from one to the other. And when you do that leap once with like one culture, you can do with anything. So I've been listening to a lot of songs from Nigeria, a lot of music from Cape Verde, a lot of music from I don't know what else. Like I will listen to a lot of Egyptian music, a lot of music from Lebanon, a lot of music from. I remember one time I just kept searching about these Icelandic music, which is really
Okay.
rich. It's like
Wow.
a small population, and they just made things different. So,
So you listen to South African house music?
oh yeah, yeah, 100%, 100%.
Oh, you better say yeah, because that's the best genre of music in the world.
Honestly, I can't say no to that because it's like it's not kitsch, it's not cliche every time. Like it hits you, but on the perfect level of anything.
Yeah, that's how we
One
do.
hundred percent.
Yes, yes, love that. Now, your last top three that you picked.
Hmm. I don't know. I would say food. I eat a lot. I know I'm very slim, but I do eat a lot. Here's something. No, this is my dream, and um, I want to express it. Okay, this is my dream. This is my goal in life. If I do that, I would die a happy man.
Okay, tell me what this is.
I want to have a show where I just keep going to places
Mm-hmm.
and eat, and that's it. So I want to be the new Anthony Bourdain, R.I.P. But that's what I want to do in my life. I just want to keep going to places, and
Oh,
that's what
can
all
I
I
be
want.
the co-host? I
You
want to
can,
be the
of course.
co-host. I want to
Listen,
eat too.
I went. Oh, God bless Montreal for that because like there's so many things that I can discover here. Like so many foods that I discovered here because obviously
Like
so much Montreal.
what? Like what?
Okay, okay. You sound surprised, but I discovered Ethiopian food here.
Okay,
I
okay.
discovered food from New Zealand. I discovered
New Zealand.
Korean, of course. Listen, if you look for it, it's in Montreal.
Is that right? Okay, because I
100.
came here and I did not find anything decent in Montreal. I stand by it that I haven't found any good food here, and I actually don't like the food in Montreal.
I will meet you halfway on this because I haven't had um, an excellent dish in
Mhm.
Montreal. Like I've never had that. And weirdly enough, when I go to a certain community that is really thriving in Montreal,
Mhm.
I don't find the good food behind it. Like I lived near Little Italy,
Uh-huh.
and 5 years in Montreal, never had one good pasta dish. 5 years in Montreal, never had one good pasta dish. The pizza places that I went to and I really like, I can count them on one hand.
Mm.
But like
Okay.
the bigger the community, the more difficult you can find the food. But bro, I remember going to this Somali restaurant. It's just amazing. Like the food was amazing. But that's my goal in life. That's what I want to do. I just want to eat, go to places and eat. That's all I want to do.
Oh my God, please take me on that journey. See, I'm a slim fella too. I got a bit of a fat stomach, but I got skinny legs. And let me tell you, I can fill this belly up, boy. Oh, I love a good man. See, that's the African in me. We like to eat.
100%. 100%.
All right, so tell me, what is your plan for the next 6 months regarding music?
Oh, I'm releasing a lot. That's my promise on 2022. I wanna release more music. I wanna be present in the conversation of uh, who are the Montreal artists that are active right now that are actually doing something. I wanna be part of this discussion. I wanna release it like um, the fact that I did an EP kind of reassured me on that, because like I said, okay, I can deliver many tracks in a little period of time, but I used to spend a year on a track and then release it and be like, where's my fan base? It doesn't exist, my man. You just spent 1 year doing a track. So I really want to deliver. I really want to deliver more in 2022. So that's what's gonna happen.
Okay, we are going to play 10 questions where you must aim to answer 10 things correctly within 30 seconds.
Shoot.
Okay. What is the acronym for the computer shortcut of 2000?
What's
Of
the
the year
question?
2000. What is the acronym for the computer shortcut of the year 2000?
Mac? Like what? What?
Uh,
What is this question, Noah?
okay. Okay. So, do you remember in the year 2000 when the internet came out? When it became
Noah,
popular?
in the year 2000, I was 3 years old.
Ah!
My man, I was born in 97. How old do you think I am?
Oh my God! I thought you could have been my age. I mean, I'm 30. I'm 35.
I am 24. That's big thing. Don't let this beard fool you. It's not that big. It's not that filled. You know, we Arabs, we are fully bearded people. Like, take that as a hint. If you see an Arab and he doesn't like to have a big beard, it's probably 20.
Oh no, no, not that you look older. I just assumed that you're something like my age. That's all.
Oh my
No, you
god.
definitely look young. I mean, we don't crack. Any ethnic people, we don't crack. We stay young forever. So you look young, but I just thought that you're my age. Okay, so let's scrap that one. Okay, what's the name of the rapper with the same name as a candy? What is the name of the rapper with the same name as a candy?
Can I pass?
Okay. How do you say hello in French?
Bonjour.
What is often seen as the smallest unit of memory?
Of memory?
Yeah.
There are units for memory?
Yeah, for like a PC.
Oh! Okay, so they're terabytes. Are they gigs? I don't know. I don't know. I'm the worst computer guy ever.
Which email services are owned by Microsoft?
That would be Outlook, no?
No.
No?
No. Not that I think of. No. No. Is it Microsoft?
I think so.
Really? Okay, then there's two.
Gmail is not a part of it, right?
No.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Outlook and the other one.
Yahoo? Remember Yahoo?
Okay. Okay, Google Chrome, Safari, Firefox, and Explorer are different types of what?
Of browsers. Come on. Come on.
Hey, which animal can be seen on the Porsche logo?
Which one? Which animal?
Yeah, it can be seen on the Porsche
I,
logo.
I think it's a horse, right? No, it's not a horse. It's not a horse. Is it a horse?
I have to double check that. I have to double check.
Horse.
What's the primary ingredient in hummus?
Oh, that's chickpeas. Come on.
Which country is responsible for giving us pizza and pasta?
I would say Tunisia.
Oh.
We
Okay.
underneath it. We did that. Come on.
What is the name of the world's longest river?
Listen, it's not the Nile. It's not the Nile.
It's the Nile.
It is?
Yeah.
Are we cultured like this? Come on. Talking about me computers.
Okay, now you said about the Porsche logo. So what animal is on the Porsche logo? The animal that's on the Porsche logo is a horse. And Microsoft owns what email service?
I said Outlook.
Outlook and Hotmail.
But it's the same thing. I think they just rebranded.
Really?
Yeah, because my very first email is at Hotmail, but now it just when I just type Hotmail, it just goes Outlook.
Is that right?
Yeah. They just rebranded.
All right, Maleq, thank you so much for coming onto the show. I appreciate it so much. Look, I'm so sorry about the technical difficulties. I'm so sorry that we had to come here on Skype or whatever. It's new to me as well. So I thank you so much for your patience. I thank you for everything. And thank you for answering all the questions and having so much fun with me. Now, please tell everybody how can they go listen to your EP and how they can follow you, like you, and do whatever on social media.
All right, so my EP is called Mint. It's M_INT. It's absolutely everywhere from Spotify to Tidal to YouTube. My name is Maleq, so that's Maleq. And you can find me pretty much everywhere if you type Maleq Music. So that would be Maleq Music. And you'll probably find me. I hope to see you soon on my page. And hopefully, if you listen to the music, that it just released. My EP is 1 day old from the time we are recording this, and I'm very proud of it. I hope you guys like it, and that's it for me. I'm Maleq.
Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Thank you for having me. I had a blast.